And here we are. Episode 2 of I Love You Bye podcast. Welcome back. Welcome back for returning viewers and listeners.
Welcome if this is the first time that you've watched our podcast as well.
Yeah. Go back and watch our back catalogue of one episode.
It's good. We've been really excited to see everyone like commenting and subscribing and
all that stuff.
A little bit of feedback and
good feedback, honest feedback, which we like.
We're recasting Andrew.
Well, episode 2, we're going to put the feelers out there, see how it goes. If it's not working, then get recast. So, in our relationship too. So
that was the pilot. So here's the real deal now.
Here it is. This is make or break time. How we all been in lockdown?
We're still in lockdown.
We're day drinking because fuck it, why not? A bit of Shiraz. I love a good red. I'm a big whiskey drinker, but I drank all the whiskey, so there's none left. Here we are, drinking like rock stars because fuck it, why not?
What is it? 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
It's about that.
It's whatever time it is that you're watching this.
It's daylight, right now. Day drinking. It's fine. It's past 12. We know that. So
it is past.
It's still okay to drink.
But it's Saturday.
Fuck, it is too. See, I've lost track of the days.
All the days start to blur together, I think.
That's
at the moment.
Yeah. They really do. But here we are for episode 2. Hope you've been keeping yourself busy with entertainment, watching and listening to us.
We heard a few people went and watched Tiger King after we talked about it, which is cool.
We did. Our work is done. You're welcome, Netflix. Some people sort of...
We should start to get sponsored by Netflix. Can we edit that out?
As a comedian, I fucking wish. Okay. They had a big comedy festival in, I think it got cancelled for obvious reasons. I think called Netflix is a Joke in America. I think it was LA. Biggest comedy festival ever. It fucking shits over Edinburgh, Montreal, Melbourne Comedy Festival. Like, you look at the lineup, you're like, okay, that's comedy. Like, anyone you can think of on Netflix, any comic were on there, and some of them doing live podcasts as well as their personal shows.
That's so cool.
Incredible. Fucking Tom Segura and stuff. And
right now.
Well, I think it did get cancelled. I think it got cancelled, or it's been postponed, but it looks like it's worth buying a ticket to LA just to go there and watch it. I think it's LA. I could be who cares? But it's like, it's there. It's fucking insane.
That's so cool.
That's the dream, Netflix. So roundabout coming back, if we can get sponsored or on the thanks Netflix. But they don't need our help. Episode 2.
They've got Corona.
They're like.
Well, I hope they don't have Corona, but like they've got Corona to. Anyway, I'm not going to even go to Corona.
They've got Corona.
I feel like that sentence was going down a dark.
And this is why you don't day drink, everyone. Fuck it, it's good. Netflix is getting a beating, as I said, in a good way last episode. So yes, you're welcome. People now watch Tiger King because of what we said.
I know someone else even mentioned that they now understand the memes. At least they're still not going to watch it, but they at least know what the memes mean. So
Carol did it. There's that meme going around. Yeah. Carol did it.
We did our job.
And there's a thing where you can put your face on Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
There's like a thing that's cool. That's awesome. There's one of my friends who did that and it was like, what's the difference? Like, he actually looks like him without the handlebar mo. But yeah, there we are. Watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, fucking not playing board games. Yeah, cool. Been giving my record player a thrashing. For those of you who don't know, Holly got me a record player for Valentine's Day, which is amazing. And I posted online going, best fucking present ever, because we got like a bunch of records from your mum. Sorry, not your mum, your nan. Your mum.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and that was cool. Listening to like greatest hits of country from 1965 and stuff. But then my friend Geordie Mitchell, shout out to you, brother, who has his own podcast. He gave me his entire Kiss vinyl collection. And as you can see, I'm a fucking huge Kiss fan. It's amazing. I've been listening to them non-stop. I'm a massive Kiss fan. Love Kiss. And I don't mean to sound pretentious, but there's something interesting about listening to vinyl.
Oh, 100%. And the crackle.
The crackle. And you have to sit through the shit songs to get to the good ones. I love that.
When I was a bit younger, actually, you know how you can do like the rain sounds?
Yeah.
You can also, so you open 2 tabs and you have crackle sound, like the record crackle, and then you would play normal music on the other tab. So it would sound like whatever you were playing was being played on vinyl.
There's something, again, not meaning to sound pretentious, but there's something amazing about listening to a record, the crackle, and like the sound quality is not great, but I love that. You were saying you went to a club once and there was a guy. Yeah, this awesome story, I think. You were talking this morning, I think, about a guy who actually had vinyl at the club. Like
it was, yeah. I mean, it was like, obviously, slightly maybe the novelty of it that was made it so interesting. But it was years ago now. Yeah. I think I was only 18. And I can't remember the name of the club. I can't remember the name of I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I was very drunk. But yeah, I don't even know if this really happened or not, to be honest.
You dreamt it.
But we'd gone into this like kind of concrete underground bar club thing. It kind of felt like a warehouse almost, but not a warehouse at the same time. I'm hoping that someone listening to this will go, I know what that was. And there was a table height DJ that he had the tables like wrapped around, and then he had a massive stack casing with records in it.
Like at the pizza shop where they got the pizza trays? Yeah, like at the pizza shop.
Cool, like that. And like obviously you could tell they were all in some sort of
he knew
alphabetical
what order.
He knew. Yeah.
He fucking knew.
And he had all of the stuff laid out, and he was just like spinning straight off the actual records, which I thought was really, really cool.
That's so cool.
I don't know. People probably see that all the time. Probably.
Wouldn't it be funny if he had a USB hidden and he was just like, yeah, I'm mixing it.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm not taking away from his art form. That sounds fucking incredible. I've never seen that. That's cool.
Well, that's the thing, isn't
that's
it?
Cool.
You don't really see it that often. They were actual like vinyls. It was really, really cool.
So that's real DJ, isn't it? That's real DJ work. And I'm not a club guy. I despise them. From even when I was 18 going out, because that's where your mates wanted to go. I was like, go to the club. And I was a metal kid from way back when. Like, going to the club, they're not going to play my stuff. They're not going to play fucking Slipknot, you know, when I'm 18.
Some clubs ended up doing that.
Goo did. We were talking about the other day, like Club Metro, a comedian uploaded the other day. They were pulling it down. I don't even know where it is. It's near Parliament, I think. But there was a club called Metro every night of the week, and on Thursday nights it was Goo, which was like the metal club, or like alternative, I should say. They had punk, whatever, that sort of stuff, metal, all that cool stuff. And that was my scene. And actually, interesting story about Goo. For those who know it, that's actually where I met Disturbed. I bumped into Disturbed there. They were here touring, I think, their second album, and I was at the club with my drummer. We couldn't afford to go, but all my other friends couldn't afford tickets. So my drummer and I went into Goo early. You know, didn't have to line up, and there was practically no one there. And we used to like sank a few drinks or whatever, and then my mates rocked up after the Disturbed concert, and they're like, "Oh, it was so good, man! It was so good." I'm like, "Oh, you bastards!" And then I went to go to the toilet, and in the foyer happened to be Disturbed just walking in. And I was so pissed. And I walked up, and I'm like a kid, just like, oh my God. And the guitarist locks eyes with me, extends his hand for a handshake. He's like, this kid's looking at this weird. I better shake his hand or something. And then I shook his hand and then entered the circle. They were all standing in a circle, and I'm standing around, and David Draymond, the lead singer, that singer, is standing right there. I'm right next to him, like, and I didn't know what to say, and I lied. I was like, cool show, guys. It was a awesome show. Oh, it went off. The Sickness went off. I just hope they played The Sickness. It was their hit at the time. And yeah, they're like, yeah. And then the manager came over and they were ushered into the VIP rooms, and then that was it. I ran and told my friends, and like, you bastard, you didn't even go to the fucking concert. Like, oh, well, don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, yeah, Goo, for those of you who remember, was fucking awesome.
I think our version of that would have been Next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember Next. Was Next at the Old Melbourne Hotel? Or was that the other one?
The Royal Melbourne Hotel was Bang.
Bang. That's what I'm thinking of.
And Next was at the Colonial Hotel.
I might have gone to both. I don't know.
King Street, on the corner, Colonial Hotel. And it had the 3 levels. I
remember 3 levels. I'm thinking of that same thing.
The top level was the party level / the smokers.
So the one I'm thinking of might be Bang, because the top level was like almost disco goth, like real goth, like Sigur Rós, but like techno version.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of. Was the other wall a smokers, like the glass wall?
Probably. I was pretty fucking pissed when I used to go there, but I'm pretty sure it was a smokers area as well. which was really big when we started going out, like smoking, obviously not inside, but there was always this place you could, I don't know if it's like that now, I don't know, I don't go to clubs.
I'm pretty sure it is. It's just like a very specific spot.
Like, I love those clubs, like the metal alternative clubs. It was so cool. Because, like, for a metal kid or an alternative kid, like, that was the only place you could sort of go to let loose and meet other people.
Yeah.
Meet girls who wore black lipstick, and so did I. So we'd both be wiping up. No, I never picked up. I was a shy white nerdy kid. But they were so cool. Like, your little Rob Zombie guy here, that was like my jam. And Marilyn Manson stuff. Oh, fuck. It was so good. Like, you could go to a club and listen to metal. Back then, it was unheard of. It was so cool. Yeah.
But I remember they would also throw in, like, classic song hits, like anything by Queen.
Yeah, they choose that.
You know, I remember
Led Zeppelin a couple
there was
times.
like a known thing that everyone would get in a massive circle. Yeah, everyone would be and sing Bohemian Rhapsody at a certain point of the night.
Of course.
And, you know, everyone's like, you do it every week, but it's like, you know, the first time you've heard it in however long ever again.
The same set list every week as well.
Yeah.
We used to go every week. God, it was good.
Every week.
Every week. I remember remember the show Big Brother? There was one of the alternative punk, I don't know what fucking season it was. My brother would know. He's a big entrepreneur for Big Brother. Back in the day, but there was a guy on there who was in a band. He was a skater. He was like spiky hair, ball metal chain necklace, and he always used to go to Goo after he got kicked out of the house and stuff. And I remember my friend who I was at uni with, she was like obsessed with him. She was like, "Oh my god, there he is! Let's go talk to him." I'm like, "All right, cool, we'll go talk to him." And it got to I think week 4 where he was still there, and I went, "Oh, there's your boy." And I was like, "Nah, I don't care anymore." She didn't give a fuck. She was like, whatever. You know, he was like flavor of the week. Big Brother, that's a reference. Jesus.
Big Brother, aren't they bringing it back?
Apparently.
But they're not doing, like, public eviction.
So people vote, they're not doing the vote-in thing. Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to stop it from being a popularity contest.
Like the Logies.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. The Logies. Awesome. I mean, it'd be nice to win. You know, if you won it, like, you'd be, like, fucking stoked. But at the end of the day...
Well, I saw a clip that they were filming, I think the German one, or I can't remember, Big Brother at the moment, like right now. And
so it's still going, yeah.
Yeah, but they're filming it, but the coronavirus is happening. So...
Lockdown in the
They
house.
were like, do we tell them? Do we not tell them? What do we do? And
so
they didn't tell them. It's like now.
So it happened, Corona sort of hit big time when they were already in the house.
Yeah, they were already in the house. So then... They released the news to them, and they all just went into complete panic.
They're probably thinking about their families as well.
Well, that's the thing. And then they, you know, Big Brother, or I think in this case it's Big Sister.
Gotta be PC. Cool. Gotta be PC. Yeah.
But
big person.
Big person. Yeah.
Wow.
Just the big person. It was like. We can't say. Anyway.
It sounds like you're talking about a morbidly obese person, but they're trying to be like big person, you know.
Big person. Ended up saying to the housemates, that all their family's safe.
Yeah, that's
which
good.
Which is lovely.
Of course, because if you're in there, you'd be worried. Like, I would be petrified going, fuck, is my mum and my brother and sister and everyone okay? You know, they'd be like, oh, what about Holly? I'm like, oh, she's good.
I kind of feel like when they did the announcement too, it wasn't like, okay, everyone, like, they should have said first, just letting everyone know that your family and friends are safe, but what is happening? No.
Oh.
They said, just letting everyone know that a severe, deadly virus is spreading across the country and the world. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
You
like,
fucks.
Why didn't they start
with... They
with...
did that on purpose.
Yeah, why didn't they start with, but just to let you know first that your family and friends are safe. They let them sit there for 5 minutes while they explained it in agony.
That's horrible. That was obvious. That's fucking so obvious that they just wanted them to start clawing at each other and like panicking and, you know... Yeah, that's fucked.
That's fucked.
That's why I hated Big Brother, because of that shit. Like, like again, my brother's a big fan. He loves it, but
It should be called Big Mindfuck.
Yeah, really, or big social experiment, which is probably what it started as.
Well, it is a social experiment. Yeah.
That's so, but then they get fucking like wannabe models on there and stuff like that, and it couldn't be any more boring. Who wants to hear what they have to say? You know, like, I mean, I suppose the argument is who wants to hear what we have to say, but fuck it, like, no. But that's the thing, like people sitting.
I feel like we're in Big Brother now that we can't leave the house.
Whoa, fuck, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And we're kind of creating our own Big Brother or Big Person. That's the name. That's the word of the day. I love that. That's fucking great. That's so good. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So it's still going strong. Germany are doing it. Insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I think it was Germany. I don't know. It's probably not.
I remember. I think I auditioned for season 2. I think, if memory serves, could have been a dream. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I auditioned for season 2.
I thought you said your brother did.
He did. I'm pretty sure. He auditioned. We both auditioned for Deal or No Deal, and we both got on. And I won $1,000 on that show. I did, and that's how I bought my license. By that, I remember because they used to. I don't know. I don't think it's on TV anymore. They used to film 5 shows in one day, and there was 6 stacks of people, like A section, B section, whatever. And the last one of the day, the 5 was we got picked. We'll lot E or something. And we went up there, and I had this goal in my mind. It's like, all I want is $5,000. That's all. If I get up and get picked to be the one who picks all the cases, I'll be happily walking around $5,000.
They offer you 50, and you're like, oh, I'll shave off 45.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No, but they did, and then I didn't obviously get picked to go up because you got to answer 30 questions, and whoever's the quickest with the right answers gets up. And I was one of the guys on the cases, whatever. And I forget. My brother knows the number of the case still to this day. I can't remember, but I remember they go, oh, Andrew, what do you think's in your case? And all I remember is just, well, I want $5,000. So I said, oh, look, $5,000, and I opened it, and it was $5,000. And back then, if you correctly guessed, you got 1,000. The later seasons, it became 500. They diminished it, but yeah, it was 1,000, and that's how I got my license.
You should win whatever's in there.
Could you imagine it was 20 grand or something?
You should. What are the odds? Come on, what is it? 20? It's 1 to 20.
Yeah, I think so. So it's like, that's good odds for them.
Yeah.
Also, we found out on the day that if your episode doesn't get aired, you don't get the money. Even the winner. Like, even the person who's up there picking the cases, if it doesn't get aired, they don't get the money. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
It's a bit
weird.
dodgy.
Oh, it's just the rules, I guess. But I wonder if no one's episodes ever got aired. Anyone's episodes didn't get aired. That'd suck if you won, like, $500,000 and then you don't get it because they didn't air it. Fuckers.
I remember watching a clip once of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't think it was the Australian one though. And the guy hadn't used any lifelines. He hadn't used any of those. He had made it all the way to the $1 million question.
Badass.
He got to the $1 million question, and the guy goes, "Okay, what do you want to do?" He goes, "Oh, I'd like to use a lifeline, please." And they're like, "Okay, which one?" He goes, "I'd like to use phone a friend."
Yep.
I said, "Oh, who'd you like to call?" And he goes, "I'd like to call my dad." He goes, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, sure." So he puts him through on the phone, and he answers the... What are you looking at?
I'll just look. Okay.
He puts him through on the phone, and he answers the phone, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Dad, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't need to ask you anything. I just want to tell you that I'm about to win $1 million."
Oh, what a fucking gangster.
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God.
It's such a good clip. And the dad goes, "Oh, good on ya," whatever. And he goes, "All right, see you, Dad." Hangs up, answers the question, boom, millionaire.
Legend.
Such a cool clip.
Shit, that's impressive. That's great.
Does anyone watch TV anymore?
Yeah. I think boomers do. Boomers watch TV. Although my mum's a boomer and she watches Foxtel and stuff, Netflix and all that, Because, that's where TV's gone, isn't it? Streaming services and stuff, yeah. What was I watching the other day? It was a documentary about one of the biggest producers in music or something, Clive something. And they had Whitney Houston on it. What a fucking boy. So sad. Whitney Houston.
I know.
Jesus.
She was amazing.
Amazing. Like, it kind of brings a tear to your eye. I was getting, like, really emotional watching it when she had her first TV appearance. Like,
well, they've got the Whitney Houston documentary on there
I've seen that, yeah. I saw that. I think it was on Netflix, actually. And then we were talking about, like, I was a kid, but I remember when Bodyguard came out.
Yeah, okay.
It was so fucking big. I don't know if anyone realizes, and like, again, this is a generational thing. I feel like an old man saying this. But if anyone realizes how big movies like that were, like you had a pop star, you had the biggest star of the time, which was Kevin Costner. He was like the leading man, like coming off Prince of Thieves and Dancing with Wolves and stuff. And then Whitney Houston was her acting debut, and she had this hit song, and like how big the song was, almost bigger than the movie.
Yeah,
I Will Always Love You. Like, I remember watching video hits every weekend, and it was just constantly on. How, because everyone thinks like big releases like fucking Marvel movies and Disney, and like it's a big event. Star Wars still kind of, but like,
but even just an average movie, like not an average, but like a, you know, your everyday film still had the big impact of like
it was
everyone went to the cinemas.
not a rom-com, it was a thriller actually. Bodyguard is a thriller, but kind of a romantic thriller, which is weird to say that kind of mashup. But how big that movie was, and I remember as a kid how, you know, because my mum was into that sort of, those sort of movies, and it was huge. Like that was, you think of like the Avengers and stuff now as the big releases. The Bodyguard was that back then.
Well, Mum says the same thing about like Dirty Dancing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, movies like that, you know, at the time it was, that was your form of entertainment. It wasn't on demand as it is now.
Yep. And it was also a big deal with soundtracks back then. Like Dirty Dancing, what a banger. What a banger. And watching the films that made us, or the movies that made us on Netflix. Again, with Netflix, is just getting really like talked up with us, isn't it? They've got nothing else to do. But yeah, and with Dirty Dancing, it was like the 20th or 50th cassette they listened to. They were trying to find the final song, and the last cassette they listened to was I Had the Time of Our Lives, or whatever it's called. And I hit the time. And it was the last one. They looked at each other like, oh, like magic, you know? I love stories like that, when like the penny drops at the right time. Movies or music hits at the right time, you're like, and it's huge. Like The Bodyguard. Again, I was saying to you when we were watching that, I said that movie and that song hit at precisely the right time. It was like, because it was fucking enormous. I can't tell you, people who were there would know.
Like Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, it was just huge. Grease. My mum saw that, I think, 5 times at the cinema with my dad when they were dating. Like, because again, there was no like you couldn't. I don't think there was such thing as VHS back then. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you wanted to see a movie, it was at the cinema, and then when it was gone, it was gone. You couldn't see it again. And movies did get a resurgence. Like now, you go to the Astor Theatre and see an old movie. Back then, I think you could do that when just a movie that was like 2 years old. You could just go, oh yeah, it's a resurgence, because there was no home video. There was nothing like that. Well, especially for poor people, there wasn't. I think a friend of mine told me years ago the first video VHS that he owned was E.T. I think that was one of the first that got printed for public consumption, like just to take home. Anyway, I don't know. He was into drugs, so I don't know. He could be lying. Not friends with him anymore. But anyway, just how big that hit and how big music was. Like I mentioned before, like video hits.
Massive.
I was a kid on, like, everyone talks about Rage, and Recovery was a big show. Did you watch Recovery?
No.
It was probably a bit before your time. I was still really young when that was on. It was on, I'm sorry, it was ABC or SBS. People would go, he's fucking got it wrong. I don't care. But it was on one of those channels, and it was Dylan Lewis, I think is his name, used to host it. And it was like Blink-182 was on there, and Offspring was on there. In Australia. It was like the countdown of our time in the 90s and stuff. And Countdown, my mum was obsessed with Countdown. Molly Meldrum. Yep. There's no shows like that anymore, is there? Music shows like that.
Is Channel V still going? Nah.
I don't know. Yeah, like cable TV kind of died here, I think, because they had Foxtel and stuff, which I think my mum still got. But cable TV sort of came and went because of Netflix and streaming services. And
MTV still goes though, doesn't it?
I have no idea. Last time I saw MTV, I was living with a partner, over 10 years ago now, and she had like cable TV or whatever it's called, Foxtel, and it had MTV on that, and it was just all reality shows.
Yeah.
I don't remember any
Pimp
music
My
being played on
Ride and Sweet 16.
I used to watch that. Yeah.
Teen Mum or whatever it was called.
Yeah. I never watched that, but my friends did. But yeah, I don't remember being any film clips on there, which was really sad.
And the one with the celebrities' houses? What was that?
Yeah,
called?
I saw
My
one with
Cribs.
Cribs was a good show. I remember what was it called? It was one about Nick and Aaron Carter living with their sisters.
Yeah.
I used to watch that. That was like Keeping Up with the Carters or whatever. I don't know. You got the Kardashians now, but yeah, it was no film clips, which really pissed me off. Because I was watching a documentary the other day about metal music, because I'm a fucking huge metalhead. I love metal. And they were talking about how metal really sort of created MTV when you think about it. Like it hit early 80s when metal was booming. It got big. And then there was Headbangers Ball, I think it was called, or whatever. And then Dee Snider, the lead singer of Twisted Sister, used to host it. I think. I don't know. I'm probably fucking completely wrong. But I was just watching metal created MTV. And like you wouldn't find a metal song on there anymore if it's still... No way. Nah. Like,
I have no idea. I haven't watched it.
Again, I don't know. It's been over 10 years since I've seen MTV. Let us know in the comments if it's still going, because we have no idea. I suppose we can Google it, but I've got Netflix to watch. I've got no time for that shit. Yeah, music's always been important, I think. Like, I'm Elvis tattoo and Kiss tattoo. I'm a little Rob Zombie. I told you about the story about Rob Zombie for me, how it got me through a really dark time. Did I?
I don't know.
I was 16. I'm going to get deep here. I was 16. Parents divorced. We had to flee the farm, as it were, or just get out really quickly. And we moved in with my uncle for like, I think 2 weeks. Like my brother, me, my mum and my sister within like a room about this size, 2 bunk beds. And I was going through my VCE. I wonder why I failed. I had no study time, no nothing. And I was just like in a really sort of shit place. And my friends, the friends who actually bought me this, the Camo Twins, if you're out there, love you to this day. They bought me this, but they recorded Hellbilly Deluxe, Rob Zombie's first album, on cassette for me, because all I had was a Walkman. Nerd. But I just listened to it on my bed, like on loop. Non-stop, and like that's why it's still Rob Zombie still play a special place in my heart. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, because like it got me through a real tough time. It's funny how music does that, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. It takes you back.
It does. Like smells do that. You're like,
yeah.
Oh, like what was it? Fizzos, those little balls, the Fizzo balls. Do you know those Fizzo balls? They take me back to my home country town. Like used to get them. Like $2 lolly bags.
I always think of raspberry drops from Sovereign Hill.
Raspberry drops, like the boiled lollies?
Yeah.
I love boiled lollies.
That's the only lollies I like.
Yeah, my teeth don't. I never went to Sovereign Hill. I always went to Cold Creek with school. Did you ever go to Cold Creek?
I don't know.
Cold Creek is kind of like the poor man's Sovereign Hill. It's coal. They mine for coal. And it's like, I suppose it's heritage listed or whatever, and you get to go down the mines and everything, and they've got the themed... lolly shop is all themed and everything. And
you get to go in the cart.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I have been there.
And you get to go, they have like a museum where you go through these old shacks of people who lived on site and stuff. And like we did with the museum recently, where you get to go through, what was the slums of Melbourne. They did that, where you get to go through. Anyway. Yeah, the old shacks and stuff and beds and how close-knit they used to live with each other, like a family of 8 and stuff. Insane. But I remember the lolly store was like all old-fashioned themed.
Yeah,
it was like you got the little jars of boiled lollies. It was so good. I love that. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind going to Sovereign Hill. I've never been.
We can't go at the moment.
No. That was outside. Like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
But no, we should go to Sovereign Hill.
I really want to go. Yep. Yep, absolutely.
Pan for gold.
Pan for gold. I remember kids used to come at show and tell, and they used to have their little jars or whatever.
With the gold,
and I remember being a little shit that I am, like they're going, "Oh, this is real gold." It was like a speck. I was like, "Looks like glitter, bitch." Like it's just like glitter in it. It's like, I don't care. Give me a nugget. So I remember the ads. They used to advertise it like this kid pans for gold and finds this massive nugget.
Because you could. That was the thing.
Yeah, but surely all the gold's gone.
No, but what they would do is they would put a gold nugget in the water where you would pan for gold, and someone would find it.
It couldn't be real gold. It had to be a spray painted rock, right?
No, it was real. That was the whole shtick.
So they're just giving away gold to kids.
Well, when you charge as much as you charge a head,
Well, I actually don't know how much they charge. That's a good
it's
question.
pretty expensive to go to Sovereign Hill for a whole family.
Yeah, fair. Same with like Melbourne Show or something. It's pretty fucking expensive.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, they would have, you would pay, obviously, like you go and you do your whatever, and you would end up with little gold specks. Yeah. But they would place the golden nugget in this same space, and someone one day would find it. That's like that's the whole thing.
I didn't know that.
And people found it, and then when someone found it, they put another one, then put another one, another one.
I did not know that. There you go.
But you'd have to be there for like hundreds of people go there.
Yeah, well, it's touristy, isn't it? Yeah. Nah, fair. No, I definitely want to go when this whole thing's lifted and we get to go there and stuff. Yeah. I want to go talk about music before, like concerts and stuff. Like, all that's just gone now. Like, you can't go to a concert, you can't go to a club and stuff, you know. Actually, that's a good question. I just thought of that then. What was the best concert you went to? Let's think about it. Did you...
Pink.
Fuck yeah. She puts on a fucking show. When was that?
2006 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, Pink's the shit.
And also the Black Parade tour. My Chemical Romance Black Parade tour.
Please. Now, I know metal people are going to shoot me for this, but I think that album's fucking amazing.
That album is amazing.
It's so good.
And you talked about meeting Disturbed. Well, I met My Chemical Romance.
You did. Yes, you did.
I got so excited that I actually ended up like panicking.
Of course.
Right, so they had to like give me water. I was like fainting and everything. And Gerard Way is like holding my face. He's like, "It's okay, it's okay." I'm like, "It's not okay.
You're making it worse."
I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And I'm crying. They're like, "It's all right, it's all right." And I'm like all like distressed and everything. I got so excited.
Of course.
And I'm like 13 years old or something, 14 years old. Yeah.
That's cool.
That was very cool.
That's so cool you got to meet them. Because they're a fucking cool band.
They are a cool
band. That's the thing. I remember in high school it was like, metal, ride or die, bitch. Like, you can't be this, you can't be into that. It's gonna be fuck off. Now I'm in my 30s. I like everything. Everything. Best concert I ever went to, and like, I don't care. It was Paramore.
Yeah.
Hayley Williams. Like, I think I've told you the story. I was like going through a really shit time. My friend got me tickets at the My Music Bowl, and I was like, "Oh my god, you got me tickets!" You know, we went there and had a few wines and stuff, and Hayley Williams got a fan who was turning 18 years old on that day. I don't know how they knew. Maybe the fan base was like emailed by their friends or something. It was a whole group of them, and she got pulled up on stage with a golden mic. I think it was gold, and she got to sing the last chorus to "Misery Business," like at My Music Bowl with Paramore. You can't. All right, quit. That's the pinnacle really of your birthday. It's like, fuck. Like, her voice is insane. Hayley Williams, like, shit.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I fucking love Paramore. I love them. And that's like interesting to say as a metal kid from way back when, like the early 2000s. Like, shit. Yeah, I loved them. I thought they were great. The best concert I've ever seen, hands down. Was so entertaining. And of course, like, they're playing live. It was a little bit different from the album, which I like as well. It's not just like... I heard someone saw Linkin Park once when they hit big.
I saw Linkin Park.
Yeah, and they said it just sounded like the CD was on. That's sad. I remember watching on Hey Hey It's Saturday when Kiss did their reunion tour, and I saw them play, at the time, my favourite song, I Was Made for Loving You. Not anymore. It's been done to death. But they sang it differently, and I cried. I was like, it's not how it's done on the album. And Mum's like, well, they've been doing it for fucking forever. Of course they're sick of playing it the normal way. They're playing it differently. What a dumb kid.
That's cute, though.
It's not the same as the album.
Oh, that's so cute.
I didn't buy tickets, thank God, to the Kiss reunion tour. They were coming here. Reunion. End of the Road tour. I didn't buy Kiss tickets. And
it's awkward they're selling the T-shirts. Big W.
Well, the show was cancelled. And they got the tour dates on the back. You're like, ooh, It's only 50% of the band anyway now, unfortunately. I think we've probably talked enough. What do you reckon?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
sure.
I think that was fun. That was good. We'll be back with another episode. Thank you for those who have watched and listened the first episode, and hopefully this one. We'll come up with another one very soon. We're going to try and do these consecutively, possibly once a week, possibly twice. I don't know. See how we feel. But yeah, subscribe, hit notification, all that jazz. It's been fun. Thank you to everyone. You want to say anything else? Are we good?
No.
We're fucking fine. We love you. Bye.
We love you. Bye.